Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Mary Sky Readalee's video blog. I'm Mary Sky. Welcome. So you guys are all wondering why I'm up so early. Well, I have a couple problems I'm trying to deal with. And that is, are you ready for this? I've been sitting on the shitter most of the night. Sick as a dog. Yep. So I thought I would let you know what's going on in my life. So I figured I'd do a few spreadsheets, clear them out this morning while I'm sitting on the toilet. A lot of people sit there and they say, hey, what's up? What's going down? And I decided, I'm just going to sit back, and talk to you guys while I'm having problems. I'm having a lot of problems right now. Can't sleep for one. I'm worried about things. And so dad, you know, and I had our movie time. Half the movie, I was sitting on the shitter. I didn't tell him that. I mean, literally, I don't even know how the hell I got diarrhea. Old man's always like, how are you feeling? You're doing all right, kid? And I'm like, sitting on the crapper. And, it was, bad. So I figured this morning, Christmas Eve edition, we'll just talk. Just Christmas Eve edition. Because I don't want to talk about stimulus checks and I really don't want to talk about other things. I just want to talk about what's important to me. And that is what's going on. Good morning, Cam. I've been sitting on the shitter half the night, Cam. Every time I turn around, I was running to the toilet. I don't know how many times. And that's only because I have the runs, the Trotskys. So I got up early this morning because I haven't slept yet. Family's having some issues. They opened their presents up. They loved what I got them. They're happy. I mean, literally, I've been running back to the toilet every 15 minutes and just sitting there and emptying myself. I had ramen that came out. Old man thinks I'm got some stomach bug or something. He's like, do you really want to go make Christmas dinner with your family? You might get them sick. Well, Chloe got up this morning, smelled it, told me to light a match, only because it was the runs. I mean, it's not a fat chimichanga when it's everything I ate this morning came straight through. Like I'm not holding it in. Literally, I had a glass of milk and went through me. I had I just between you and I, brother, I don't know what to do. My body is telling me something. Chloe turned around and Chloe says, are you sure you want to make dinner with him? And I'm like, yes, I have no choice, and she's like, you always have a choice. And I'm like, yeah, right. Besides that, I'm fucking sicker than a dog, too. And then she says, well, maybe you got the crud. You know what we're talking about, right? And I said to her out of love, I said, no. Because if I had it, how would have I gotten it? I've been quarantined here for so long. Well, Chloe says, I've been going to this out for you for weeks. And there's new cases on the, sorry, my nose is running. And so she's like, there's new cases, So I was like, dude, I don't want, She's like, well, you should think about, you know, your family, and I'm like, dude, I shouldn't be getting sick now. So I'm gonna blow my nose many times today too. I just don't want to basically, you know, I don't know. What do you think, Cam? It's something I should take it lightly and literally. Ugh. Ugh. Sorry about that. Sometimes my nose runs. Depends on the temperatures. Right now it's 28 degrees, freezing outside. And Chloe's. Yeah. I can't even leave my house. That's the thing. Chloe's got to do it for me. I can't do anything. It's not that, you know, I don't know what it is. I mean, I can't sleep. Okay, there's a few problems, Cam. Let me tell you about them this morning. All right, I just can't sleep, man. First, I can't. I was falling asleep. Then I got up and I've been sitting on the shitter ever since. Top of it, I don't. My family, they're not coming out till late tonight, so I mean, I figure I might be able to nip this in the butt before Christmas morning when I have to be with him. I'm going to be here all day now. So I figured if I get a nap in the afternoon, I should be fine. But right now, I just can't fucking sleep, man. I can't sleep. I can't, my damn. I don't know. Disposable Chloe has those for herself. Ugh. I don't know. I'm asking your advice. That's why. I just figured you would tell me something. You're an awesome brother. Shouldn't be feeling this way, but shit. I'm like, eh. Maybe. I mean, literally, do I sound like crap this morning, brother? I mean, do I really? Tell me if I sound like crap. Can't get to a doctor. Not this late in the game. They're all closed or doing virtual appointments, and I don't have a doctor out on this island. My doctor is all the way over on the other side of the mountains, the one I trust. I do sound like crap. I'm not downbeat. What's downbeat, man? Anyways, I'll tell you guys a story, okay? A story that's interesting, besides my sitting on that crapper for so long. So my cousin's waiting for my cousin-in-law Dinky's waiting for my cousin Corey to get home. Then they open presents, and they have dinner. And my cousin tells my cousin Dinky, it says, Low energy? Oh, you mean lethargic? Yeah, I am lethargic, but I can't sleep. That's the other thing. I have to do some research. You know. You know. Uh, I mean, literally insomnia. That's what I have. But anyways, let me tell you the story. All right, Cam. So my family gets through, right? My cousin-in-law is like, yeah, I want to sleep in, I'll be there, And so she asked me about different ferry schedule times. So I said, oh, there's a 4:30 in the morning, and then there's this, and I read them all off, and they're like, oh, 6 p.m. ferry, which means it gets in at like 7:15 if the boat's not late. But once it gets to a point where there's a problem, boats can be late 30 to 60 minutes or more, right? So she's like, well, um, we got to get situated and settled in, and, it'll be late, right? Well, I got something to do tonight at 10 p.m. with my dad, okay? And yesterday she was like, don't worry about just leave the religion stuff at the door. So I got to do this thing with dad. Anyways, to make a short story, she says, I think we'd like you to go home at night so we have privacy. So I turned around, Cam, and I said, look, I'll be in on the 25th. Just text me if I'm up, you know. And I let it go at that. They went to bed at like 4 in the morning. So to me, I was like 3:30, 4 in the morning. So to me, I was like, Cam, what's the point? Why bother? I mean, literally. And Chloe saw me this morning. She was up walking the dog. She said, Rita, you sound like crap. And I said to her, I said, thanks. I'm not supposed to sound like crap. And she says, well, you do. And she says, have you been sitting on the shitter half the night? And I said, yeah. And she says, I hope we can get you out of it. And I was like, okay. So that was it. It was nice, but still, I was like, feeling like crap, brother. Feeling like crap. I'm getting tired now, but I shouldn't have been up so damn late. That was a weird thing. But still, I'm feeling like crap. And she, of course, like, well, I'm going back to bed. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, family's like, so my family wants me to not stay with them. So I was like, fine. But I'm not feeling too well either. Been sitting on the shitter. I'm afraid if I get up from this toilet, and this chair, sorry, I called it a toilet, that I'll have to run off there again to do it. And where do I get the tea? Because most of the stores are closed except for grocery stores this time of year. Literally, I'm just like doing this short video today. I just can't believe it. How much crap I'm like pumping out. And Chloe's like, you need to rest. You're putting your body through so much. And, Chloe, she might be right, but, I'm stressing too. She's like, you're stressing about everything. You need a break. And I'm like, I don't need a break. What I need to do is get through things. She's like, you need to sleep. She's like, you're on your wonky schedule again. And I'm like, okay, cool. And she's like, it's not cool, and you're basically falling apart. And I was like, that's cool. I mean, it was just a nice thing, you know. I just, it was nice for Chloe, you know. I mean, I don't mind at all, you know. She's a great girl. When she, you know, but damn, I'm just like freaking out of it, you know. I feel like my head's gonna blow up, you know. She's worried about me. She's like, you're putting yourself through so much stress, you know. You're forcing yourself to get our spreadsheets done and get this done, that done. She says, are you sure you got an irritable bowel syndrome? Because it seems your stress is causing you to have, you know, whatever it is. And I was like, nah, I don't think so, you know. But she's like, I can tell. I'm like, okay, you're the boss. Excuse me for a second when I put that up. Here it is. Uh, and Chloe says to me, you know, that thing has an incubation period of 14 days. I could have brought it back with me on the boat and you got it, and I haven't. And I'm like, dude, I've had it 3 times. Each symptoms are a little different. She's like, that's my point. Excuse me, let me just check this. I'm doing spreadsheets while talking to you. Trying to get 15 done. All right, let me check my email. Ugh. Now, even if I buy this cam, it's got to be shipped to me. You know this. Excuse me for a second, brother Cam. I gotta go sit on the toilet real quick. Tell me more about this while I'm using the toilet, Cam. Ugh. I gotta wash my hands. That just slipped right out. Oh man, telling you, my tummy's not doing too well either. You know. What do you think, Cam? Like I said, my stomach ain't doing too well. Do you think I'm getting sick? I hope not. I hope I'm not getting sick, brother. You know? I mean, literally. I don't know. That's why I was asking you, Just like when I had a colonoscopy, they give you some stuff and you're sitting on the shitter half the time. Like my stomach's all in knots. And Chloe's like, well, you could be sick. You need to accept that. Well, I went outside yesterday. It was fucking freezing. And I was like, what the hell, And I can't believe I told my family I'd check in with them tomorrow, I mean, literally, I was so excited, but I don't know. What do you think, Cam? Maybe I know something they don't about being sick, you know? If I get up again, it's because I'm got to use a toilet, and just warning you, you know? I'm just warning, brother, that if I have any problems, you'll know it firsthand. So, what I don't get spreadsheet wise, I can always do later. Because frankly, my body is just, I don't know. I need to get something done this morning while I'm still up. Ugh. Yeah, I have a fever. That's one thing Chloe checked before she went to bed. She thought I was burning up. Half the time the heater's on, the other half the time it isn't on. Nose is running and diarrhea. Probably a stomach bug. I've been fucking losing weight already, not eating much either, I mean, literally, I ate some ramen last night, like said, and sat on the shitter and it passed out within 2 hours. It was just like, didn't even digest, went straight through me. Chloe's like, oh, well, just give it some time. I'm like, well, I got till tomorrow, 25th, No, I don't have a Imodium. Again, I have to send Chloe to do that. I can't leave. The only thing I'm thinking is if I got a new strand of this crap, then Chloe got it from the mainland or on our way back because it's me, Moppy, her, and Ebony. That's all in this house. Mom says take no Imodium when you can't take some or take none. The way you said it is no, take no Imodium. Oh, yeah, well, I'll have to send Chloe when she gets up. Hopefully she gets up. She was going to go to the store, but she's sleeping. She went to bed early. She's been worried about me sitting on the shitter half the night. I should take care of this headache, too. I'm thinking about it. Drink some water. Ugh. Grab some water and see how this works. Yeah, and having a restless night doesn't do me any good either. Chloe says, oh, it's because, you're a kid. You like all your presents. I'm like, I'm not a kid. Then she said, oh, it could be because your new computer's coming. Oh, yeah, I've been meaning to check some online too. Hmm. Well, yeah, I watched Gandhi. That was a good movie. Okay. All right. So what's up, peeps? Huh? Glad to see you guys around. Like I said, I'm not feeling too well right now, so hopefully my headache subsides. I can get to sleep. It's pounding. So damn tired, you know. I'm waiting for my thing to clear up, you know. So I hope everyone's great this morning. Excuse me for a minute. Since there's only 3 of you watching, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. right. Forgot that. And it's freezing again. It's fucking cold in here. How the hell do I heat this place up and then all of a sudden the temperature drops? I mean, literally, about 45 minutes ago, it was fucking set at 80 degrees. Now it's fucking set to 0 and 27 degrees and it's freezing. Morning, Mark. Merry Christmas to you. Fuck. I'm freezing. I'm sitting on the shitter more with diarrhea. And I'm not feeling too well. How are you doing today, Mark? And did I mention earlier, Cam, I threw up a couple times? So my dad told me just to stay home. It's like I can't. You know how dad is. He's like worried about me. He had the audacity to tell me that he's more family than anyone on the planet, you know? And I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. You know. You know how it is. You guys are great, by the way. Dude, that is not cool. Anyways, I figured I'd just, you know, see what your guys are up to, you know? You guys are cool people, so. What's up, Mark? Any new? I haven't slept yet, so I'm trying to get some spreadsheets done before my body gives out. But I'm having a hard time sleeping, you know? And I don't know. There we go. Another one done. See, it doesn't take long when I get into it, these spreadsheets, but Tony, man, I'm just like, bleh. So, you want to talk, Mark, or you just want to make hand gestures, you know? I don't want to think about breakfast, Cam. I had ramen and I threw it up. And then I sat on the shitter and I was diarrheaing. And like I said, Chloe's sitting there worried about me. And I'm like, dude. And then my dad has to tell me that I'm more family than your own family. You know, the one that's visiting me, he had to say that. And I'm like, dude. He was asking me half the time yesterday and most of the time today on video why I was running around um, up and at him, up and at him. I said, oh, I'm sitting on the shitter. Well, we were doing a 3-hour movie, and he said, hey, did you watch it? And I go, no, maybe half of it. The rest of the time I was sitting on the shitter, you know. Chloe's fine. She's sleeping. Chloe's worried about me right now. Oh, my stomach feels like it's in a knot. Maybe it's one of those stomach bugs. Let me go check out stomach viruses. There we go. Symptoms of stomach virus. Abdominal cramps, nausea, vomiting, muscle pain, low-grade fever, diarrhea. Yeah. And my diarrhea is pitch black. Hmm. Gastroenteritis, diarrhea and vomiting. Yeah. Here we go. Take a self-assessment kit. All right, cool. Mm-hmm. Mm. No. Yes. Don't know. No. No. Eh. Yeah, well, I thought it was the food yesterday. You see, before I got worse, the last 48 hours, I was just having for 12 weeks or so stools, shit that looked like it was pudding. No, I'm not. They don't want me to. Plus, it's spotty Wi Fi, and there's a problem with it, Mark. Besides me not feeling too well. You see, my family turned around, right? And they opened their presents up. And they opened their presents up for me. And, anyways, the story goes. The story goes, Brother Mark, my family, right, messaged me about a different fairy time, right? And I helped them out. I was like, oh, yeah, that's what you need. This is cool, right? Well, they wanted to sleep in. They're coming up from Oregon. So they said, oh, can we sleep in? We'll meet up with you when you get set up, once we get set up, right? I was like, okay, no problem. Well, anyways, like I said, in the last 48 hours, I'm getting worse where I've been sitting on the shitter more, right? So, anyways, so my family messages and says, we're sleeping in, so I hope you don't mind. And I'm like, no, I don't mind at all. And they're like, well, we'll be around later. Once we get situated, we'll let you know. Oh, and then they said, by the way, um, which is cool too. I'm not a bad person or a complainer. They're like, we'd like our privacy, so you don't need to stay with us, right? So I was like, that's cool, that's fine, right? And so she she was like, cool. And I said, well, because you guys are taking a later boat, I might just check you guys out on Saturday, the next day, tomorrow. It's Christmas. And because they're getting in at like 7:38, give or take the boat. So to me, Mark, I figure I'll just stay home. And maybe nurse this whatever it is I have, right? I have access to Instacart, yeah, but you do know by the time the Imodium comes, brother, it's going to be what, next week? Might as well just send Chloe to the pharmacy. Oh, when she gets up, brother. That's the way it is. But anyways, Mark, not that anyone is concerned for my health, but like I said, I was not feeling too well, brother. So, after yesterday's incident and today, I was talking to Cam, and I asked brother Cam, Cam knows this. I told Cam, I said, Cam, do I sound like crap? Cam said, yeah. So I just thought I'd share that with you. So I sound like crap, you know. So I want to thank you for being honest with me. I just feel like shit, anyways. But Chloe turned around, right, Mark? She says, "You really want to go and see your family? What if you infect them? I gotta see them. I gotta cook dinner. I can't just give them a ham and a turkey and say cook it yourself. I mean, literally, physically, I can't do it, but I have to try. And she's like, "Well, don't worry about it." And I'm like, "I have to. Chloe's like, "Well, get to sleep." I'm like, "What are we doing?" She says, "Well, if it's bad enough," she says, "in the morning, I'll drag you up to the hospital, get you tested, and see what it is. Sitting on the shitter this much." She says, "You need to drink plenty of water because you're dehydrated." So anyways, to answer your question, Mark, my family, they're coming in late. So instead of coming in at 2 o'clock and spending time with me, they're coming in at like 8, which, you know, give or take with the boat. So to me, I'm like, well, because of it, Chloe's like, you need to rest, and don't exert yourself. She says, I'll take care of it. And so that's what she said. So that's what she said. Yeah, well, I hope I'm not sick. I mean, what would you think if you sat on the shitter for, just all of a sudden you have to get up, and just go. And then you're sitting on there for so long, plopping a loaf. And then when you're done, you're like, am I done? And then you try to do something. And next thing you know, it's like the uninvited guest coming to you and saying, hi, how are you today? We're here to tell you about how you need to the body's like, listen to us. Well, we basically need to pinch a loaf out again, our watery stools. So again, I'm like stuck between a rock and a hard place. So I figured, why not just do something creative? So a lot of people sit there and say, well, And Chloe, she doesn't want me pushing myself to the limit. She's like, look, Chloe was like, you're not doing too well. She did my temperature earlier. And she says you're running a fever. You should be in bed. And I'm like, well, fucking freezing. I mean, it's 29 degrees right now. It's fucking cold as, you know. And she's like, do what you can spreadsheet wise, but don't burn yourself up. That's what she said. So I don't know. Maybe if I had some guidance or something on what to do, guys. You guys should think I'm tired, but I'll probably be running the toilet half the night anyways. One, two, three, four. So there's 4 spreadsheets left. I did 11 this morning. I'll get the other 4 done later. I'm about 20 miles from Kentucky. Excuse me for a second. Ugh. I can't. Sprite and 7 Up. Don't have it. I got Pepsi, though. Pepsi and water. That's what I got. Anyways. I'm about 20 miles from the crow's nest of Vancouver Island. Brother Mark. When Chloe gets up, she can probably go to Orcas Island and give me some 7 Up, or the gas station. Anyway, look at it. She'll take care of me. She knows that. That's one thing she will always do is take care of me. I mean, look, she's begging me not to go with the family, but look at my nose. It's running. I mean, literally, it's fucking running. Do I sound like crap? I'm starting to wonder about that. Do I sound like crap, Mark? Maybe I could share the thing about head colds. Maybe I got allergies. What do you think? Yes, well, that's what I've been doing. I've been blowing my nose and sitting on the shitter, man. I mean, literally, I'm feeling like crap, literally. Like Chloe said, it was because I went outside in my jammies to take the trash out yesterday. She's like, you shouldn't have went out there in that 33-degree wind with the wind chill being like 25. I walked out there and I was like, and then I went back in and then I walked back out and I went back in and walked back out and I stacked all the recycling up. And then I told Chloe it's done. And she says, okay, I'll take care of it. And then she turns around and tells me I don't want you catching a cold. That's what she says. She turns around, Mark, and says, Rita, excuse me for 1 minute, bathroom break. She says to me, I don't want you getting sick, Rita, because you're going in and out all the time. Alright, let me explain something to you guys. If I am getting sick, it's an auto quarantine for 2 weeks here in the island, Maybe what? You know. Oh, like I said, my stomach feels all bunched up. So, anyways, I thought I'd share that with you guys, Always sleeping, and, if I wake her up, she'll make me soup and stuff, but she just doesn't want me leaving, And what really stinks is if I am sick, my family won't see me anyways. And I got to get this dinner prepared tomorrow. You know? No. Yeah, I did. I went outside, not even wearing shoes, Mark. I went right outside the door, put my foot on my bath mat, my door mat, and like I said, it was about 25 because we're in the basement, so it's colder. And so, this morning I opened the door and asked Chloe if she had her tickets and everything. She said, "Oh, yeah, I got it." So I was like, okay. So Chloe turned around and told me outright. She said, "You look like crap, Rita." And she walked moppy, and I was out there saying, "Got your keys?" Before she went to bed, and she's like, "Yes, I got my keys." She's like, "You're gonna get sicker." She says, "How do we know you don't have a head cold or a chest cold or, you know, corona again?" And I'm like, "Corona's always been different," but she's like, "Do you really want to give your family sickness?" I'm like, "But I gotta make dinner." She says, "You can always leave it with them. Let them cook the damn thing. If they want to deliver you a plate, let them. Otherwise," she says, "let them have their cake and eat it too." She says, "My job is to get you better, and you're not getting any younger." Literally, that's what she said. Yeah, well, that's what I did. I went outside my jammies, Went from 25 degrees, Mark, to 90 degrees. Chloe also thinks my thing's swelling worse too, so she thinks I could be sick from it. I'll show you what it is, Mark, so you can see yourself. She said that could have got me sick too. So, I went outside like 6 times for about, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, just to get the trash bags out, recycling out, and Chloe did the rest. I haven't gotten the mail either for a few days, so, it's like no mail, and then that. Yeah, I got bit by a spider. She says that could be making me sick too. I don't know if spider bites cause diarrhea, but and I told Chloe, and I told Chloe, I said, Chloe, you're the only one that's leaving the island and going to another island or going to the mainland to go grocery shopping. I said, you could have brought it back and, it could be incubating for a while. Because you know as well as I do, Mark, I don't leave at all. You know? I feel like crap, Ugh. Ugh. So, Chloe will take care of me, but Chloe thinks I should completely skip seeing my family. I said, I can't do that. I gotta cook dinner. Hopefully this thing will blow over, and I can do my thing. Chloe's like, well, worst case scenario, go to the hospital. I don't want to go to the hospital today. How do I explain that? Yeah, I got diarrhea I've had pudding type stools for 12 weeks. And now I got diarrhea and I've changed my diet. I mean, how's the doctor? They're going to run that first thing, that one test, and, you know. Cam leave again, or? Yeah, well, I hate to be sick too. I'm normally never sick. That's the thing. And Christmas time, I mean, literally, the last time I was sick was when I drank whatever that fruit wine was with the veggies or the fruits in it. My sister and I sampled someone who was sick. Dinky, the one that's coming to see me. We both were sick. First her, Christmas Day, she couldn't make dinner, and then me right after, and we both got hit hard. And now I'm basically, Chloe, I mean, literally, Chloe's like, I'll make you some soup. You stay in bed. I'm like, I got spreadsheets here. She says, then do what you can, then go to bed. She says, you got movies? Watch them. And I said, well, what do I do about the family? And she says, well, they get two choices. They can come and get their meats and make their dinner. Or two is they can leave you alone and let you get better. But she says, I don't want you going out there in that cold weather to walk down there. And I don't want you confined to their car either because you might get sick or you might get them sick. What if you are, infected again with a different strain again? You might just pass it on to everyone else. And my dad said I was getting sick. Told me that, and I was like, I got Christmas dinner to do. He said, no, you got to stay in bed. Then my father said to me, on Zoom last night, Mark, he says, I wish your family would have chosen to come after the pandemic. Instead, they're coming at Christmas time. And he's like, you're healthy, you're vulnerable. That's what he said. And my family, they're not going to get up till like 10. So if they see this video while they're driving, they'll understand. But I just don't want to disappoint them. Everyone keeps telling me I'm a disappointment. I mean, literally, my family thinks I'm gonna stay home for Chloe, but how can I not go out and make dinner? I'm supposed to make dinners and breakfast and everything. I mean, the other thing is I got into the freezer last night, and that thing was freezing cold. Made me, my hands were frozen. So I don't know, Mark. But I got this movie I can put in. It's like 6 hours and sleep soon. Ugh. I mean, what would you do, Mark, in this situation? Family's coming tonight, late tonight. I told them I would see him in the morning, on the 25th. It gives me plenty of time to rest and rehydrate, And Chloe, that's the other thing. Chloe told me my body's wonky because, I'm going in and out. I got the temp at 80 degrees right now, and I'm freezing, My legs are fucking frozen. 80 degrees, and I'm fucking freezing. And it's 29 in here. Yeah, Chloe was like telling me you're running a fever, Rita, and I go, yeah. Yeah, I should take a bath. I gotta take one later anyways. But I got 11 spreadsheets out of 15, so I could always, log off and log back in a little later. I'll check email and stuff. You got my email address. You can always email me, Mark. Check in with me then, or wait till I get online again. But you never answered my question, Mark. Do I sound like crap? Man, it's fucking cold in here. Man, it fucking sucks. And I'm having some pain in my legs too, so leg pain and feet pain. Ugh. Calves are hurting. And thighs. Well, at least I got something done this morning, so I guess I'll do what you said, Mark. I'll try again when I get up, so see how I feel. Anyways, I hope I'm not a disappointment to my family because, I got to prepare dinner for them tomorrow by 2. So I'm hoping I'm not out of commission. Chloe says I'm out of commission. That's what she said, All right, thanks, Mark. And like I said, before I go, Chloe thinks I'm out of commission. She literally just said that. She said, when was the last time you got sick besides having the mild coronavirus symptoms? I said, 2 to 3 years ago when I was sick last. So she's like, well, I told her if she's going to go out today to get supplies on another island, she should pick me up some blackberry brandy. That would help me with my sickness, So, all right, well, everyone, hopefully I feel better. So please add, subscribe, please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button, social funding for your families, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs. Thanks for watching, and God bless you in everything you do.